I see it all the time in my comments. Creators like you tell me they're following all the advice, putting in the hours, learning the tactics, doing everything right. Their videos still aren't getting views. And everyone just keeps telling them to be patient, stay consistent, keep grinding. Even me. But there's more to it, something nobody talks about. Your effort isn't wasted, you just haven't figured out the formula yet. I'm going to show you exactly what's blocking your growth, how to figure out which problem is yours, and what to do about it, so that that same effort can finally start working. I'm going to show you the 3 reasons your hard work isn't getting you views, how to figure out which one is blocking your channel, and what to do about it. By the end, you'll know exactly what needs to change, and why all the effort you've put in is about to finally pay off. And if you like this kind of no BS advice, I send out a newsletter with topics like this every single week. Link in the description. So why isn't your effort working? You're putting in the time, learning, trying to get better, but the views aren't coming. Most advice just tells you to do more of what's not working. Post more, work harder, be patient. That advice misses something big. There's a formula. Effort times strategy equals results. When your strategy is 0 or wrong, even huge effort gets you nothing. You multiply by 0, you end up with nothing. Now that doesn't mean your effort is wasted. You're building skills, getting practice, learning how to make videos, but effort alone won't get you there. You need the right strategy with all that effort. Most creators are missing one of 3 key pieces. But real quick, before I break down each of those 3, a word from today's sponsor. If you're doing short form content, there's a problem every creator runs into. You spend hours editing shorts when you could be making long form videos. Or worse, you just don't do shorts at all because it takes too much time. Nexus Clips fixes that. It's an AI tool that turns your long videos into shorts for you. But it's not like other tools that just cut random clips. Nexus actually gets it. It finds the moments that work as real shorts. I've been using it for a few months now. What used to take me 2 to 5 hours a week now takes about 15 minutes. I just upload my video, look at the clips that it picked, make some small tweaks, and export. And the time it saves actually pays for the tool. 1 extra long form video per month because you're not stuck editing shorts, that's worth way more than what this costs. If you want to stay consistent with shorts without giving up your long form content, this is the tool. Use code Dave for 10% off at nexusclips.com or just click the link in the description. All right, let's find out what's blocking your growth. Blocker number 1, you're probably solving problems nobody has. You're making content about what you find interesting, not what your audience needs. Here's what I mean. Go to your YouTube homepage. Look at what's there. Creators you've been watching for years. Creators who have teams. People who do this full time. They've been at it for years. Those are who you're competing against for that same spot on someone's homepage. You want to earn a spot next to them to be the better pick for your person and their problem. You do that by thinking hard about how you can help your target audience and not just what you want to make content about. Everyone watching YouTube is subconsciously asking the same question. What do I get out of this? If your answer is, I think this topic is cool, instead of this solves a problem you have, you're making content for yourself, not for them. I just wanted to kind of quick interject here before I uploaded this video. There's something that I could explain just a little bit better. I want to make sure that I fit it in here, especially as we get into blocker number 2. This is going to make a little bit more sense as well while I put this here. When I say solve a problem, I don't necessarily mean something educational. Entertainment can solve a problem. It can solve your boredom. It can be a comfortable place for you to come and hang out or to just, blow air through your nose. It could be about helping solve curiosity or escapism. There are plenty of different problems you can solve that isn't education. And I want to make sure that you understood that before you went down into the comments and said, wait a second, how do I solve a problem? Translate it a little bit. I made a whole video about how to pick topics that help your audience. You can watch it next, and I'll remind you about it at the end of this video. But it's simple to check. Look at your last 5 videos. Are you solving problems they have or problems you want to solve? Are you making content that you want to make or content they want to watch? If you're making content about what you want instead of what they need, that's probably why. Good news, it's fixable. And quick, if I could ask a small favor, if this is hitting home for you, could you hit the like button? It helps this message reach other creators who need to hear it too. That's the first blocker, wrong topics. But even if you're covering the right topics, you might still have the second problem. Blocker number 2, lack of focus. You're probably trying to do too much. You're trying to cover too many angles, solve too many problems, talk to too many audiences, all in one video. You think, I want this video to work for everyone. So you make content that's wide, but not deep, not focused, not specific. You end up with a video that sort of works for everyone, but doesn't really connect with anyone. Think about your last few videos again. Can someone watch your video and understand everything without needing to watch another video first? Or are you assuming they already know some things? Is your video an island? Everything required to understand it contained right within it. Does your content have one clear purpose, one change it creates, or are you trying to create 5 different changes? That's the focus problem. When you try to be everything to everyone, you end up being nothing to no one. The videos that work best are focused. One audience, one problem, one change. If you're trying to help everyone and talk to many audiences at once, that's probably why nobody really connects. Again, also fixable. You've changed your topics and your focus, but there's a third blocker, and it's harder to spot. Blocker number 3, you might be one step ahead of your audience. There's a difference between these 2 different types of content. Solution-focused content is for people who know what they need to fix, how to use a specific tool, the 5-step framework, this exact tactic. Problem-focused content is for people who just have a problem and want help. I'm frustrated, this isn't working, is this normal? Think about it like this. Someone's lower back hurts. They don't know they need to strengthen their core. They just know that their back hurts. If you make a video about 5 core exercises for back pain, they don't know they need to watch it. They're searching, why does my lower back hurt? Or how to fix back pain. Most creators make solution content when their audience is still at the problem stage. They don't even know they need your solution yet. You're one step removed from what they'll actually watch. If you're making solution-focused content, that's probably the disconnect. It's still fixable. This is why validation content often does better than tactical content. It's about positioning. You can still cover the tactical stuff, but people need to feel seen before they're ready for your solution. Leave a comment down below. Which of these 3 blockers do you struggle with the most? Maybe you didn't even know that these were potential solutions to your problem until right now. We found the 3 main blockers. Before I show you what to do about them, you need to figure out which one is your problem. So let's figure it out. If you're making content about what you want to make instead of what they actually need, if you look at your homepage and no one would pick your video over the big creators next to you for their specific problem, that's blocker number 1. If you're trying to help too many audiences or solve many problems in one video, if your video isn't self-contained, if people need other context to understand it, that's blocker number 2. If your videos are about specific solutions and not positioned to address their problem, if they don't even know they need your solution yet, that's blocker number 3. Which one sounds most like your channel? And you might have more than one. That's completely normal. Most stuck channels have at least 2 of these. Now, these 3 blockers fall under strategy, but strategy is still only one piece of the puzzle. You also need good tactics, your thumbnails, titles, hooks, storytelling, and you need the right mindset to keep it going when things feel stuck. If you want to know which of these 3 areas is your real weak spot, strategy, tactics, or mindset, I have a free quiz that scores you on all 3. It takes about 2 minutes, and you'll get a report showing exactly where to focus first. Plus, I'll send you all the resources you need to fix your specific problems right to your email when you start the quiz. The link's in the description if you want that deeper diagnosis. But even without the quiz, you probably know what's blocking you now. So what happens when you actually fix your blocker? Growth can happen fast. I've seen it happen in weeks. When I finally figured out I was making content I wanted to make instead of content my audience needed, things changed. Same effort, different strategy, totally different results. I've coached creators who have the focus problem. They were trying to be helpful to beginners and advanced creators in the same video. They picked one, went deep, and stuck with it for a bit, and their watch time jumped. So did their views. I see it in my own comments, people saying, this works if you stick with it. Real voices from people who fixed their blocker and saw their channels change. All that effort you put in wasn't wasted. You built your skills, you learned how to make videos, you found your voice. Now you just need the right strategy with that effort. When effort meets the right strategy, results come faster than you think. So what's your next move? If your blocker is wrong topics, think about checking your video ideas before you make them. I still have that video that goes deep on that. Again, I'll remind you here at the end. If your blocker is lack of focus, your next video might need to solve one problem for one person. Pick your audience, pick your problem, go deep. If your blocker is the solution versus problem mismatch, watch your comments. What stage are your people at? Think about giving them what they need now, not what you think they should want. You're not starting over, you're just fixing your direction. All the skills you built still matter, you just need to point them in the right direction. Keep going, never stop trying new things. Your work will pay off. You know why your effort isn't working yet? You're either solving the wrong problems or trying to help too many people at once, or you're one step removed from where your audience actually is. All 3 are fixable. But finding your blocker is just the start. You need to actually know who you're talking to. Not guess, not hope, know. That's what I break down in this video right here. How to build an audience analysis document that tells you exactly who you're serving and what they need. It's the foundation for making better choices with every video you make. Watch it next and I'll show you how to make this document in just a few minutes so you can stop guessing and start growing on purpose.